From a city that's played host to 10 Super Bowls, here's a look inside the Superdome in New Orleans. Today, we've got a Week 6 matchup for you here between the Cincinnati Bengals and the New Orleans Saints. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. We got a pause following the play because it appears a member of the Bengals in some discomfort. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside.
Here we go.
Burrow going to fake to mix it and now look to throw. And his first look is incomplete. This defense for the Saints, they were terrific a week ago in the win over Seattle.
And one of the key things you always look for when you're evaluating a defense is how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get per game? And how about last week's game? That number, 6. Absolutely phenomenal performance. They were on top of their game right from the first snap.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Burrow on play action. He'll get this complete to Cooper Kupp. And they're going to get this up to midfield.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere. And they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well. And that's what they just did on that play.
And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35. Heck of a start for him here, Charles, on this opening drive, and they're doing it all through the air. That's 4 snaps and 4 passes so far.
And I do think that there's an argument, Brandon, to maybe mix in a running play or two, but the way that these offenses are constructed, you can get that done with swing passes and checkdowns. The way they're throwing it, I keep pressing it downfield.
And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
How about that? Red man coverage and decided to test them early. But they proved up to the task and forced the incompletion.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. And now the Saints are going to take a timeout on defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. A first carry here for Joe Mixon. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. 8th play of this opening drive coming up. This is 3rd down. Burrow looking to pass. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Wreaking havoc was Nathan Shepard, the D tackle. McPherson's kick is good, and the Bengals are on the board first here. It's 3-0. Well, they started the drive backed up pretty deep, but a nice effort to overcome the field position, get into field goal range on the game's opening possession.
And, Brandon, I think from where they started, the initial thought was, can we get 1 or 2 first downs and help out our defense after we pump the ball away with field position? But as that drive went on, I think their sights got set a little bit higher. They were thinking touchdown, ended up settling in between and coming away with a field goal.
They begin on the ground with Kamara, and he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. Sam Hubbard that time coming through defensively with reckless abandon.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Second and 14. There's Chris Olave. And they work this well upfield across the 45. They'll run out of the gun with Kamara. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
So, Charles, you look at this offense, and what a start to the season. 5 wins without a loss. When do you think that you start believing that maybe you're in the midst of something special?
Well, you and I both know every head coach never wants that thought to creep into a locker room. But the truth of the matter is, not quite at this time, because if we look at the Steelers in 2020, they're a great example. Remember, they started 11-0, then lost 5 or 6 and went out in the first round. I think if you get toward mid-November, the Thanksgiving time frame, and you're still doing this, that's when things start to get real for a ball club.
And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
The Saints at a perfect 5-0 here to begin the campaign. And they've certainly found their groove of late, winners of 5 in a row.
And this team is absolutely playing their best football right now. This is the best that we've seen them play in a long time, partner. The sky's the limit as far as they're concerned. Their confidence really soaring.
And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw.
He completes it to Olave.
And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. It's a gain of 34.
And they'll try the option on 1st and goal.
And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Kept it in his hands and tried to push it across the goal line himself, but the defensive front wouldn't allow him to do so, bringing up 2nd down and a bit farther.
And he's got it. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Jerome Johnson, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Saints are able to answer the early 3 points and take a first-quarter lead. Lutz for the extra point, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. The ball upright on the tee, and the Saints kick team booms it away.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return.
Now a crease here as he's past the 30.
And he gets it all the way down inside the 30. What a terrific return.
Well, whatever the relationship was between the special teams and the offense, it's gotten a heck of a lot closer after a return like that. The special teams just keep setting them up. The offense thinks they'll go out there and knock them down.
And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down.
Here we go, here we go.
The sack cost him only a yard. It's 2nd and 11. After 7-3 to score.
Here we go. 2nd and 11 now.
Now Burrow.
Throwing the out route, finding Boyd for the completion.
So the pitch and catch good for 11. And that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard. They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. A 3-yard gain and enough for the first down.
I don't know about you, but that almost felt like old-time football there. 3rd and 2 is not necessarily just a running down anymore. A lot of times they want to throw the ball. They went back to the...
And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown.
Joe Mixon, his 7th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bengals are once again back in front. Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And the lead is now 10-7.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away.
And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started.
A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football.
Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And I don't think Kamara got there. Looks like they stopped him short. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on third.
Blake Gillikin on the punt now on fourth down.
And a fake here. Direct snap to the up man. And he goes out right around the 39. So they get the first down. Maybe not a huge play in terms of yardage, but the fake punt does the job. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Kamara up the middle.
And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, 2nd down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Here's 2nd and 8. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 42. Give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains. Here's Kamara out of the pistol. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. They'll run the option left. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
He'll decide to keep this once more.
Give him 3 on the keeper there, and it is 2nd down.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. Calling a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 5.
Brings up 3rd and 5.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down.
Olave over the middle. And the Saints are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Complete to Chris Olave.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7 our score. So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. Try to pound it in, Kamara. And he takes it across and into the end zone. Touchdown, Saints.
Alvin Kamara
Taking it in from 2 yards out as they have taken the lead. What's good on the extra point? And the lead is now 14-10. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
He will return this from deep in the end zone. And only able to get this to the 9. So probably should have opted for the touchback.
19-yard line.
On 2. The Bengals drive about to get going. As this offense comes back out here, Charles, they're trailing in this ball game. And they've been on the sideline for a while. They did score their last time out, but they just had to watch that long, sustained drive, so we'll see if they can shake the rust off.
Yeah, and that's always a question that you have when you have to come off the bench after having sat there for a long time. Are you ready to go? Are you loosened up? But even more so, are you mentally alert and ready to put your best product out there?
To throw again on second down. Burrow. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. And the Saints are going to take possession of the football. And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them. And they took advantage of it there. Got a nice interception and set up their offense in great shape.
And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up second and
3 yards remain for second down. From the gun, it's a run for Kamara. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
He did have the touchdown run earlier, but not have to block more than that throughout this game.
No, not at all. In fact, I would say that this defense has done as good of a job on him as they have on any runner in recent memory. And he's going to run into a brick wall right in the middle of the field, and I don't think he got there. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. They run. It's Kamara. And he will have the first down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. They scored touchdowns on drives 1 and 2, and now they're trying to make it a perfect 3 for 3 to start. He'll look to throw. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward.
They made a nice effort to stick him with a loss for that play, but it's going to take more than that to keep him from advancing the ball. Should be an entertaining battle anytime he tucks and runs over the second half of this contest.
And that is caught, but the back judge right there to say incomplete.
I know every offense wants to start their snaps closer to the goal line, but it's actually harder to throw the ball in those situations. You throw into that tight coverage, you see what happens. Hard to get the ball in there.
Not enough space there. Lucky maybe that it wasn't intercepted. They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. And probably the wise decision there. No one open. He just throws it away. And that keeps the field goal on the table as it's 4th down. The kick by Lutz is good. And that moves him up by a touchdown now at 17-10. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And the ball backed way up. So thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half.
That's caught inside the 20. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by the corner, Bradley Roby. And the Saints will take over here at their own 12-yard line.
Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Goff. Set now to go for the third quarter. The Saints have the lead and set to receive the kick. And he will not bring it out. It's a touchback. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. They go play action here on first down. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. It'll be a loss of 5 there as the safety blitz winds up paying off.
Well, partner, we know they came out of the locker room down on the scoreboard, but I will guarantee you the defensive side of the ball got super emotional. They can come out and play with aggressiveness, with fury, because they don't have to be quite as precise, and it paid off for them on that play, didn't it?
Sure did. Excellent play, really setting the tone for this third quarter. 2nd and 15.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Bengals are going to take possession of the football.
That is just what this defense was hoping for, an interception on the opening possession of this third quarter.
Obviously didn't want to surrender a touchdown and fall even farther behind. And we've gotten to know this team a little bit, haven't we? Couldn't you just see their defensive leaders telling the offense?
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And this is going to kick out of bounds. Boy, a fortunate bounce or two there. They'll keep possession back inside the 10-yard line. Mixon with a first down carry. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here. 11. They go play action with Burrow. And he's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. Irv Smith Jr. from a yard out. And the Bengals take the interception on defense and convert it into 6 points. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that will level the playing field at 17 all. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. We got a brand new ball game, all even after that last touchdown, so every drive now becoming a little more critical here in the second half. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Let's look to add the extra point. And they will take a 7-point lead now. The ball upright on the tee, and the Saints kick team booms it away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. Burrow going to lead up the Bengals here, 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. On play action, they'll throw. On the move to his left. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Well, sometimes an incompletion is the right play, and he showed that he's learned from his earlier interception on that throw. Instead of forcing it, he just tossed it away.
And now ball going to be intercepted yet again. And the Saints are going to take possession of the football.
I tell you, you don't have press conferences when you sign guys like this. But he's been a real difference maker so far. There's now 2 interceptions for him in the game. And when you're getting contributions up and down your 53-man roster, you're going to be all right.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Really good effort. He does it himself, picks up 15, also picks up the first down. I'll tell you, he got away with it there, pops up okay, but got to be careful in the running game.
You certainly do, and these young quarterbacks, these rookies. I remember talking to Carson Wentz his rookie year, and he said, yeah, but when I take off and go, I kind of have a running back mentality. And I'm like, yeah, but you're a quarterback. That's what they pay you for. Have that mentality, but know at the end of the play, protect yourself.
And he's going to get it inside the 10 to the 7-yard line.
116 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
2nd and 1. And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. Juwan Johnson with a 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year.
And the Saints have taken a 2-touchdown lead now.
Once with the extra point, and the lead now up to 14. The ball upright on the tee, and the Saints kick team owns it away.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone.
Oh, a good-looking return set up here.
And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34.
There we go. The Bengals drive about to get going.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best of the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Flush to his right. The ball comes out, and this is picked up by the Saints. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line.
Partner, everything that happened before that fumble was great. Good vision, navigated the open field, got good chunk yardage. At that point, if you see a defender coming, though, just step ahead of bounds. Don't risk all you picked up before the hit to just try and get an extra yard or 2.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on 1st down.
Kamara gets it again on 2nd down.
Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
So the fumble recovery had them set up in ideal field position, but they can muster only 3 points out of it.
Yeah, when you're able to force turnovers, especially when it results in field position like they had, you really want to make it hurt. Here, they take the field goal. That's definitely not what they were hoping for.
And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Meanwhile, Burrow's throw here hauled in by Cup. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. First down. Here's Burrow. This is caught. It's Boyd. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. Again, it's Burrow. And he's taken down here by the Saints. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up second. Another try after the first down sack. Burrow. He completes it to Boyd. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 29-yard line. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. To Mixon on the check down. No gain on the play there. It'll be second down.
Usually the offense has an answer to anything a defense throws at them, including a safety valve. And that's what they did on that play. They went there, but the defense still made an excellent play and held them to no gain.
Letting one go deep for the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by the corner, Bradley Roby.
And the Saints are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
He's going to keep this again. And here's Kamara on the read option.
And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable third down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
A man who's been busy this afternoon, it's Kamara again. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th. Before they can get the punt away, whistles as we've come to the end of the third quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Here comes the Saints punter now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the fourth quarter. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. The Bengals drive about to get going. Try to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. They're passing here, Joe Burrow. That'll be caught. It's caught.
And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
Throwing now, Burrow on first down. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's second down. So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. To the air again, Burrow.
He will find his man Chase complete.
And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 20-yard line. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Throw left side, complete to Cup.
And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
Oh, Now it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Still 9 remaining on second down. Burrow looking to pass. And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown. Cooper Kupp from 19 yards away. And the Bengals have got it back to a 2-score game here in the fourth. And Burrow's going to look to throw for it.
Flushed out right. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
I don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years of 2-point tries and see what the data tells us, because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation, this time unsuccessfully. I just wonder if maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
With it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats over time may bear out that running the ball will at least be the equal of throwing it in that situation.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
That second down play, that's a -4. Well, he's had success running the football in this one. Yeah, that's undeniable. But that time, the defense was on to it.
And, partner, I think the more you see a play like this, the more they're able to diagnose it quicker and easier for them to defend it. I think you have to dress it up a little bit and show maybe some different formations and looks.
Well, throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect. Here comes the Saints punter now as he'll kick it away for the second time. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. With it is Brown. 43-yard punt, but they get 9 back on the return. And the Bengals take over 1st and 10. The Bengals drive about to get going. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47. On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow buying time to his left. He'll get this one to Kupp, complete. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
Here we go.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Now it's Burrow. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. Mixon is in. Touchdown, Bengals. He's having a nice little game. Maybe already has an eye on that 3rd touchdown.
And how about what our producer, Christian McLeod, likes to say when they've scored touchdowns like this? He's pretty tent up in touchdown city.
All right, now a big 2-point conversion attempt still to come. They'll let Mixon try and run it in. But he will not get in here. He's stopped up short of the goal line, and this will remain a 5-point game. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And with that last touchdown, I mean, we're set up for a good finish here. Some things to consider, Charles. Obviously, it's a very close game here in the fourth quarter. Defensively, they've got all 3 timeouts in their back pocket.
So the chess match really ramps up, doesn't it? Because in these situations, what do? Do you run the ball and kill the the clock here, or you try and bury them with another score? And how about defensively? Do you use your timeouts at early opportunity, or wait till you hit the 2-minute warning? So there's a lot going into this one. Let's see how each side goes about their strategy.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure.
Daxton Hill in there to drop him, and that will go in the books as the first sack of his young NFL career. Congratulations, young man.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. That's complete to his running back, Kamara. Touchdown, Saints.
Alvin Kamara,
70 yards.
and the Saints add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week.
They have to love seeing that from their young quarterback here in the fourth quarter, able to further that lead with a touchdown pass.
He didn't go turtle, did he? And you know what I mean by that. I had an old coach used to say all the time, hey, when we have a lead late, don't just tuck in and try and ride it out. Go out and play and extend the lead. And that's what he did.
The ball upright on the tee, and the Saints kick team booms it away.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
As the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime if you're a good football team. You spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments, prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
We'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Burrow. Being chased out left. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a first down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
Here we go. It's Burrow on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Saints are going to get it back and in great shape. A give to Kamara running right. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10. That one looks like he'll throw here. Here's Johnson with a reception. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Sets him up nicely. 1st and goal. It was a pickup of 14.
1st and goal at the 7-yard line.
He'll look to throw. This is caught. Touchdown. Juwan Johnson, a 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Saints have pretty well put it away here in the 4th quarter. Looks good on the extra point, and that will make this a 19-point game. upright on the tee, and the Saints kick team booms it away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. Remember, they have won 3 straight, but getting to 4 straight does not appear to be in the cards as they are in a big fourth-quarter hole. Now a desperation throw deep downfield.
And boy, another ill-advised throw there as that will wind up incomplete.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Burrow will throw.
Open man is Chase, complete.
And he'll be corralled right around the 34. They will throw on first down with Burrow. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete, as time has run out on this football game.
Well, this was a fun one today if you like points. A lot of them went on the board. Both offenses were clicking. Charles, these defenses, meanwhile, have a little something to clean up before their next contest.
Yeah, neither end zone had a stop sign in it, did they? I mean, for both sides, visit it, and with frequency. Not fun to be a defensive player, but on the offensive side of the ball, those guys had a blast. One team came away with a victory. Even better for them.
So for New Orleans, they remain as hot as anyone. 6-0 now through the first month and a half. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Arizona Cardinals. Meanwhile, for Cincinnati, the loss will drop them to 4-2 on the year. And they'll be at home for one next week as the Atlanta Falcons come to town.
you